Hi, this is Meyer from Downtown Suites. Pretty well every day we get requests from owners who are wanting to rent their suites out on a furnished basis. And to be very honest with you, we're reluctant mostly to take on these suites. We have a very small portfolio of furnished suites that we've had for some time, and we keep those going. The reality is, though, that we've done analyses of all of these suites, and the owners would actually be far better off going on an unfurnished basis. There's several things you have to realize with furnished suites. First of all, there's a capital cost requirement of about $10,000 or $15,000 for a one-bedroom suite. Your basement furniture will not do. You're coming up against high-end hotels and professional suites like Sutton Place. They have their own furnished divisions, and there's several other companies downtown as well that do it. You're competing with these companies. You have to be first class. The old TV from the rec room won't work. You've got to have a thin TV on the wall. You need to have the latest Wi-Fi, wireless internet, new bed linens. Linens have to be replaced on an annual basis. Chip glasses won't do. You need to have quality glassware, quality dishes, etc. The reality is, these things, they cost a lot of money, and they do have to be replaced, as I say, on an ongoing basis. Add to that, there's other issues. Vancouver isn't really a big head office city. We don't have a huge amount of people coming here to stay in furnished accommodations. We're not a London or a Dubai or a Paris or a New York, Los Angeles, where there's head offices and people are coming all the time to live and work there. We're basically very, very popular in the summertime. So from May through till September or October, you can expect to have your suite fairly full, and the rates are a little bit higher. But then we get into that winter season, and we do get some rain here. You know, I don't like to admit it, but that's reality. People do come for skiing. They may be going up to Whistler, but they're not staying in Vancouver. So the chances are that you're probably going to have about a 40% vacancy rate. So you're going to be vacant for about 40% of the time. I think hotels downtown Vancouver work on an average of around about 60% occupancy. So factor that in. Then on top of that, remember, you do have to pay for all the utilities. The heat, the light, the hydro, internet, cable vision, and so forth. So you've got the ongoing maintenance, you've got the vacancy, and then you have the utility costs on a monthly basis, whether you're full or empty. Also, many buildings are not wanting their buildings to be turned into hotels, short-term hotels, and they're making it more and more difficult. Some of them have a minimum 1 year for rentals. Some of them are 3 months, and I'd say 60 or 70% of them now are all charging the move-in fee, because it's a good source of revenue for the stratas. So whether you move in with a suitcase or with all your furniture, they still charge you the same move-in fee, from $100 to, I think it's even up as high as $500 in some of the really high-end buildings. So if you think about it, there's your profit going right out the window. As we're licensed members of the Real Estate Council, we can only rent for a minimum of 30 days. We're not a hotel, we're long-term rentals only. We can only rent for 30 days. So every 30 days, if you're having a turnaround and if you're not having any vacancy, you're still going to be paying that move-in fee. And sometimes they have a move-out fee as well. The other thing is, with our unfurnished suites, we're so cautious on whom we place. We place a lot of pride in that. We do background checks, bank checks, etc., work and employment. A furnished rental is like a hotel suite. To be very honest with you, there's nothing much we can do. They're coming in for a very short period of time, and you know yourself, if you're staying in a major hotel, you come in, you put your credit card down, make a deposit. We take $700 as the deposit, but that's minor compared with the value of the chattels and the suite itself, and the nuisance these people can cause. Generally speaking, a lot of them that move in, they're looking to try and put on a false front for the world. They're coming in to do some sort of stock promotion scheme or something like that, and not all of them, but some of them, and they are about, and there are some nefarious characters, and they're trying to look like there's something that they're not sometimes in some of the higher end suites. Those expensive paintings, those expensive porcelain, etc., those are all liabilities in a furnished suite. You don't want those. You want it very simple, clean and tasteful. But the reality is, you're not going to make as much money on the long haul as you will do with an unfurnished suite. The unfurnished, you're not going to have blips in the market. It's going to be very steady. You know, when we've placed a tenant, generally speaking, they're there for a year, and usually they stay on for 2 to 3 years in a lot of cases. Don't always believe what you hear about the furnished rental market. It's absolutely saturated. There's so much product on the market. People have been told by a variety of different people who advise them that they can get way more money and way more returns, and some of the numbers that I'm hearing people talk about. I was just at a seminar the other evening and listening to some of the people talk, and sort of talking about $3,000 a month for rental suites, when in actual fact I know that the top in that building would be $2,000 on a furnished basis. So there's a lot of nonsense being said, and people listen to what they want to hear. If they think, oh God, $3,000 a month, that's $36,000 a year, but they're not factoring in that it really should be $24,000, and that actually they're going to be vacant 40% of that time, which is another $10,000 off. Now you're down to $14,000, and then you've got to pay all those costs on top of it all. Commission fees too are always higher. It's a very labour-intensive job, and our commission fees on a furnished basis are 20%. And to be honest with you, we're low for the industry. Most people who come into furnished suites will not even change a light bulb. A lot of them don't even know how to turn the TV on. We have to go over there and show them how to do it, or set the internet up for their computer. A lot of hand holding, and they come in at all hours of the day and the night. And at the end of the day, for your bottom line and for your peace of mind, you're much better off on an unfurnished basis. Thank you.